ריבון העולמים ואדוני האדונים, אב הרחמים והסליחות, מודים אנחנו לפניך, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, בקידה ובהשתחוויה, שקרבתנו לסורסך ולעבודתך עבודת הקודש, ונשאת לנו חלק בסודות תורתך הקדושה. כמו אנחנו מחיינו, אשר עשית עמנו חסד גדול כזה. על כן אנחנו מפילים תחנוננו לפניך, שתמחל ותסלח לכל חטאותינו ועוונותינו, ואל יהיו עוונותינו מבדילים בינינו לבינך, ובכן יהי רצון לפניך, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, שתכונן לבבינו ליראתך ואהבתך, ותקשיב אוזנך לדברנו אלה, ותפתח לבבינו הערל בסודות תורתך. ויהיה לימודנו זה נחת רוח לפני כיסא כבודך כריח ניחוח. ותאציל עלינו אור מקור נשמתנו בכל בחינתנו, ושיתנוצצו ניציצות עבדיך הקדושים אשר על ידם גילית דברך אלה בעולם. וזכוסם וזכוס אבוסם וזכוס תורסם ותמימוסם וקדושסם, יעמוד לנו לבל נכשל בדברים אלו. ובזכוסם תאיר עינינו במה שאנחנו לומדים, כמאמר נעים זמירות ישראל. גל עיני ויביטה נפלאות מתורתך, כי אדוני ייתן חכמה מפיו דעת וסבונה. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי וגואלי.
אמן ואמן.
יהי רצון לפניך, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, שתשלח מהרה רפואה שלמה מן השמיים, רפואת הנפש ורפואת הגוף. לחולים רחמים ששון רפאל בן ברכה פרמה גיטל, רנדי בת שר אמנו, רב שמואל עקיבא בן יהודס.
Heleni Orna בת הן חנה, רפאל בן אולגה.
Stuart
Eliana
Ben.
Ben Yetha. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You can go. Go ahead. You go. Then I'll go. Okay, I'll go. Stuart Ben Beatrice.
Eliyahu Ben Yetha and Yosef Ben Alicia.
Wagoi bat Wairimo.
בתוך שאר עולי ישראל.
Amen.
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 Yosef, do you want to do the English tonight?
I can do it. There's a little bit of background noise, but if it's okay, I'll do it.
Sure, I'd love that. Okay. We're picking up on page 237 in the 21st Tikkun, section 104. V'aba nachis b'tzadik di'ihu shuruk b'nekudas chada, hisham chelkas mechokek safun, kashura ditrein yarchin, di'ihu dach yam. Dach dechlil chaf dalet asvan diyehuda tinyana, ale itmar, al yashuv dach nechlam dach. Ihu b'chaf dalet sfarin diaresa, v'shechinta v'chada al shechma.
And Abba, that shines with the illumination of Chokhmah, descends to righteous, Zadik, who is Yesod, who is Sharuk, meaning Melupam, Vav, with one dot, of which it is said, for there the portion of the lawmaker was reserved, Devarim 33:21, meaning Moshe, who is the secret of Yesod of Abba, in the secret of Shavuot Merechevet ben Hanahar, Shavuot from Rechavot on the river, Bereshit 36:37, which is Yesod, and it is the acronym of Moshe, Mem Shin He. It is the bond of the two legs, Netzach and Hod, called their roaring, Dach Yam, a word composed of two words, Dach and Yam, literally the roaring of the sea, that allude to Netzach and Hod. It is called Dach Dalit Kaf 24, because it includes the 24 letters of the second unification, which is blessed be the name of the glory of his kingdom forever. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuso Le'olam Vayed. The first supernal unification being, hear Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, that contains 25 letters. See Zohar Teruma, of which it is said, let not the oppressed, Dach, return ashamed. Psalm 74:21. The numerical value of Dach, 24, is in the 24 books of the Torah, the prophets and the writings, and of the Shekinah, namely Malchut, that receives from Yesod. It is said, with her pitcher, Chada, Kaf Daled Hey, upon her shoulder. Bereshit 24:15.
105. B'chad Tzadik, Ihu Male Me'amuda De'amtzaita, De'itmar Be Vatmale Kada Vata'al, Silikas Hai Nekuda De'ihu Chad Shuruk, Al Terrain De'inun Shava, Ve'es Avidu Shuruk, Basar De'ihu Malia Misitra Delay, Umisitra De'amuda De'amtzaita, Itmar B'shechinta, Vatamale Kada Vata'al.
And when the righteous, who is Yesod, where the unification to draw the light of Hasidim is filled by the central column, who is Tiferet, where the unification to draw the light of Chokhmah is, of which it is said, and filled her pitcher and came up. Bereshit 24:16, meaning that Chokhmah is clothed with the Hasidim to shine from below upward. The dot rises, which is one dot of the Shuruk, meaning the dot of the Melupam, over the two dots that stand one on the other, which are the Sheva vowel, and they become Shuruk of the three dots, one above the other. After it is full from its own side, which is in Chasidim, and from the side of the central column, meaning with the illumination of Chokhmah, and unites with Malchut. It is said of the Shekinah, which is Malchut, and filled her pitcher and came up.
106. Vatored Kada Me'al Shechma, Kol HaKorea, Korea Bevaruch, Vatamale Kada V'Ta'al, Kol HaZokef, Zokef B'Shem, Silikas Vadai Migalusa Lagabe Ba'ala. Bahai Shata Ihi Amras Lagabe Tzadik, Vatomar Shesei Adoni, V'gam Gemalecha Ashke, De'inun Gemule Mechalav.
And let down her pitcher on her hand. Bereshit 24:18 is the secret of what our Master of Blessed Memory said when bowing in prayer. One must kneel at the word blessed, Baruch. Tractate Barachot 12a, meaning that Malchut bows down and goes below Yesod of Zeranpin, which is the secret of the diminishment of the moon, and has nothing of her own except for what Zeranpin gives her, and filled her pitcher and came up. Bereshit 24:16 is the secret of what our masters of blessed memory said in, and when rising up, one must stand upright at the mention of the name. Tractate Brachot 12a. Since due to the standing upright, she becomes fit for a face-to-face unification with Zeranpin and receives Chokhmah and Chasadim together from him. And therefore she is upright, since bowing down indicates her lacking the upper three sphirot, and one who lacks the upper three of lights lacks netzachot and yesod of vessels, and thus kneels. Standing upright is when all three parts of the body, chokhmah, bina, and da'as, chesed, gevurah, and tiferet, netzachot, and yesod are upright. Since it has chokhmah and chasadim, she certainly goes up from exile, which is the secret of her diminishment, to her husband to unify face to face. At that time she says to the righteous, who is Yesod, and she said, drink, since Yesod shines with Chasadim during Gadlut, maturity, and Malchut shines with Chokhmah, and when they come together, Yesod also gets comprised of Chokhmah, and drinking is the secret of Chokhmah. And I will also draw water for your camels. Shemot 24:18-19.
So what I understand from here is that during our prayer, we, with our own bodies, as we bow and stand upright, it is a demonstration of what's going on with the Shekhinah herself. When she's in exile without her mochen, she's kneeling, and then she goes out and up from exile when in face to face with her husband at the time of redemption. 107. V'od cholem iskrei amuda di emsa'ita legabe mocha, v'chirik legabe liba. Shuruk iskrei b'kishura devasraihu.
Another explanation, the central column, which is Zerampin, is called cholam in relation to the brain, meaning when it ascends and mediates between supernal Abba and Ima that shine within the upper three of Chasadim that are called brain. Chirich in relation to the heart, meaning when it mediates between the right and left of Yisrael Saba and Tabuna that shine with Chokhmah of the left of Bina, which is the secret of the 32, Lev, heart, passive wisdom, and is called Sharuk in the bond that is between them, meaning when Abba and Ima and Yisrael Saba and Tabuna unite as one partsuf, as is known, that is to give mochin to Zerampin, the supernal Abba and Ima, unite with Israel Saba and Tabuna to become one partsuf.
108. V'od cholem iskrei b'kol sitra diyamina. Hadehu dechtiv al kol karbancha takriv melach. V'chirik iskrei b'kol sitra desmola. V'ihu shuruk kishura de tarvaihu.
Another explanation of all the aspects of the right are called cholam, meaning the aspects that shine from below upward, like the nature of chasadim, in opposition to chokhmah, which is hinted in the vowels being clothed in the vessels, like the cholam that stands above the letters, which are the vessels, as it is written, and every meal offering shall you season with salt, malach, Leviticus 2:13. And since the word malach is the same letters of mem lamed chet, the same letters as cholam, chet lamed mem, and hirik is called the cholam that mediates the entire left side because hirik corrects the left. Since the curtain masach of hirik diminishes the stature of chokhmah in the left column from the upper three of chokhmah to a stature of lower six of chokhmah, so that Chokhmah will not spread to shine from above downward, but only from below upward. And that kind of illumination is called the lower six alone. And because it serves the left column, therefore it is named after it. And the bond of the two, meaning Cholam and Hirik, is called Shuruk, since by the stature of Chasadim of the Cholam from the right, or from the side of the right column, and by the stature of the unification of the light of Chasadim that is made on the curtain, Masach of Chirich. Thus Abraham from this side and Yaakov from that side subdue the judgment of Yitzhak, who is the secret of the left column, and he unites with the right.
109. V'od cholem iskri be'ima ila'a. Yom Ha'Kipurim di'ihu asor. Uveyehe mocher v'soleach chovin diameh. V'chirik itmar be'ima tata'a. Uve chorek alav shinav. Al Samael. De'ish ta'avid b'venai deshachinta begalusa.
Another explanation, Cholam is named after the supernal Ima, namely Bina, that is called Yom Ha'Kipurim, the Day of Atonements, in plural, since then Bina and Malchut illuminate together, and in it is the 10th, which is Malchut, that shines on that day from the supernal light, which is Bina, and in it he will forgive Mochel and pardon the sins of his nation, since from the illumination of Chokhmah that shines in Bina comes all the Mochin of forgiveness and pardon. Mochel rearranged his Cholam, and Kirich is spoken of in relation to the lower Ima, which is Malchut, and with it, the judgments of the curtain Masach of Kirich, he gnashes Chorech at him with his teeth. Psalms 37:12. Against Samech Mem, who enslaves the children of the Shekinah during exile by enticing them to strengthen the left column and draw its illumination from above downward. And the curtain Masach of Kirich diminishes the left column from the upper 3 sphirot to the lower 6 sphirot and unites it with the right.
There is something so massive in this one. I just want to review it. And I like have a memory of Yura saying, like, we have a special reason it's called Yom Ha'Kipurim in plural, and it's so satisfying to see this answer show up. I'm like, I remember wondering at that time what the answer was, and here it is. That it's plural, Yom Ha'Kipurim, because Bina and Malchus illuminate together on the day of forgiveness. And forgiveness in Hebrew is mochel, and mochel, when you permutate the letters, is cholam, is the nakuda called cholam, and it says cholam is called after the supernal ima, because we are being mochel, we are being forgiven when the lower ima goes to the upper ima, and those two unite together in Yom Ha'Kipurim, implying the two of them have united with illumination. And then conversely, chirik is just that dot. It's spoken of in relation to the lower ima, which is Malchus. And the verse that corresponds to that is chorik alav shinav, which is also permutated. Chorik is the same letters as chirik. And it's talking about when we're just in this lower place of Malchus, and we're enslaved by Samael, the gnashing of the teeth. And where the Shekhinah, it's saying the Shekhinah gnashes, I guess, her teeth against this enslavement of her children during exile. So that's so satisfying to finally receive that clarification, that answer. 110. Davar acher, nas'u naharos kolam, daturin zimnin, demiyachadin Yisrael l'kuchabrichu, v'selkin le kala, erev vavoker, v'tzaharayim, de'inun yamina usmala b'tarvaihu selkin.
Another explanation, the rivers lift up their voice, Psalm 93:3, refers to the 2 times Israel unified the Holy One, blessed be He, namely that they recite the Shema reading and raise up their voice, which is the secret of the central column, evening and morning, which are right and left, because during the day the right dominates, and therefore it is light, and at night the left dominates, and therefore it is dark. In both day and night, they raise the voice of the Shema reading.
111. Kala de'ihu amuda de'emtsa'ita, lagabe man lagabe ima ila'a. De'ihu chavhe biyamina v'chavhe bismala, erev vavoker. Inun chamshin tar'in debina.
He asks, the voice which is the central column, meaning Zerampin himself, who is called voice, to which partsuf is it raised? It is known that by the righteous people raising Main Nukvin, Zerampin and Nukva actually elevate and regulate the levels above them. And therefore he asks where they elevate to. He answers to supernal Ima, namely to Bina, who is divided into 25 levels on the right and 25 levels on the left. These right and left are the secret of evening and morning, and they are the 50 gates of Bina.
Amen. End of reading.
Um,
Amen.
Beautiful.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
Amen. Does anyone have any insights, thoughts?
You know, I'm just looking at 109, and again, just about the it says al samach mem, and when you combine al samach mem, you have 231, and I think there's a deeper thing going on here with the 231 gates, the shattering. I could be a little wrong. I'm still gonna go through this. It's heavy duty, but it looks like there's some big things going on here.
Yeah, let us know what you find. That 231 is a big deal. What were you going to say, Irma?
It's just trivial things from my life. In 104, it's talking about 24, the 24 books of the Torah and the number 24. I remember always my parents did everything on the 24th of the month that they had to do something. It had to be on the 24th. I don't know if it came from Zohar. They got married on the 24th. My father's birth certificate, when he came to America, he didn't have his birth certificate. He never because it was lost when when he was a child. So they filled out March 24th. That was his birthday. And everything that they did was the 24th. It was just very. I mean, it's insignificant to to me. It meant something, but maybe it was from Zohar. I don't know. But it just
Tomorrow's the 24th, or I better do everything tomorrow. Anyway, that's an interesting concept. I really wonder what that comes from.
Yeah, it could be the 24 books of Torah. It's not, it's intentional. So it's probably, I would have to say it's from this Irma. It's got to be.
There it is 110 that we read there, and I got something from it, something more about prayers, and I'd like to repeat there a bit. And in this explanation, it is talking about the reft and light, evening and morning. And when I'm looking at this one, I see how the right dominates the day and how the left dominates the night, and these are darks. And I see that in both day and night, there's that raising of the Shema reading, or raising of the voice of Shema reading. So I had this like it's as if it is calling us to have to unite the light and the dark by declaring Shema. Joseph, I will need guidance on this one, because there's that as if it is a call to declare night and day, or rather day and night, the Shema, and to unite the darkness and the light, and to bring that oneness, that equilibrium, to the extent that now we can bring Shekhinah to the whole light to rule the whole. And whence the Shemechamem, who is the the oppressor of the children of Shekhinah, to release by our declaration of the Shema, to release the children of some of Shekhinah, so that now we can come out of exile and bring out Geulah quickly in our times.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to say one other thing, another trivial thing. I meant in 107, it says LIBA, legabe LIBA. LIBA was my grandmother's name, and her name was Ahuba LIBA, and it's so funny. It's in LIBA is LIBA in Aramaic. Is that what it is? LIBA.
Yeah,
And
what number was it in Irma? I'm trying to find it.
107. 107.
Wow.
And
No,
it says
that's a confirmation, Irma. That's a confirmation that Chaf Dalet is. They were definitely using it to as the number of the books of Tanakh. That's your confirmation because it says Liba.
oh. Well, but LIBA means heart, right?
Right.
So
I mean, love also.
it means love. Okay, LIBA.
Love
So
in Yiddish.
yeah, and who would when I saw that LIBA, and I'm like, okay, that's my grandmother, and it just like jumped at me. So
And also 107 is the gematria that I was playing with this morning. It's the gematria of Magen David and
yeah,
Anochi Hashem. It's 107. And we also know 107 in Q.
Yes, 107, definitely.
It's all connected.
Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, Jenna.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if anybody could hear me because, okay, whatever. I just wanted to say my Hebrew name is Yehudis Libby. So you just like gave me the like Jewish heart.
Okay.
Oh,
So
that's
you're
beautiful.
Yeah.
Libby, so that could be LIBA.
Yeah, it's Liba. It's the Yiddish. It's Libby is the Yiddish. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why it surprised me because it's LIBA is Yiddish, and because my grandmother was European, and LIBA, it's in the Zohar. I'm like, okay. It just like, yeah, it was like very. It just blew my mind for a minute, So.
Yeah.
And I named my daughter LIBA also, Sarah LIBA.
Nice.
So, after my grandmother.
Mm.
It's so nice to have generations go, like to see what happened in past generations and everything. We had a lot of that today on the chat anyway.
We did.
Yeah.
We really did.
Yeah, I didn't finish here listening to your grandmother because I wanted to listen when it was quiet because it's hard to hear a little bit for me anyway. So,
Thank
but
you.
I was listening to her story, and her accent reminded me of my grandmother.
I know. I know.
The European accent. So, yeah, it was beautiful.
Thanks, Irma. It's like a real Bubby accent. I miss her so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to her. Anybody else before we close?
If there's nothing else, I can do the prayer.
Yeah, go ahead, Peter.
Yeah.
Baruch Atah Ein Sof, light without end. Through your Shekhinah dwelling among us. I seal this study. Unite Yod with Hey, Vav with Hey, Yod Hey Vav Hey, Echad, in our homes. Bless our finances. Bless our bodies. Bless our families. As the Shekhinah returns to union with Kudsha B'richu